Do you believe there's a place where crossing a single bridge takes you from Asia to Europe? In that place, someone might invite you into their home just because you asked for directions. A cup of tea could start a friendship. A shared meal might lead to a wedding. Join Eagle Discovery as we explore 18 unique wonders that exist only in Turkey, the land of the world's most welcoming people. And this extraordinary journey begins where two continents meet, one city, two worlds, and just one bridge apart. Istanbul. The only country in the world that spans two continents. Turkey is the only nation that stretches across both Asia and Europe. The natural border separating these two parts is the Bosphorus Strait, splitting Istanbul into its eastern and western halves. What's amazing is that you can enjoy a traditional Turkish breakfast with simit and black tea in Asia, then cross the Bosphorus Bridge in under 30 minutes and dine at a luxurious seaside restaurant in Europe while watching the sun set over the strait. This cultural blend of two continents makes Turkey, especially Istanbul, a truly unique destination where you can feel the charm of mystical Asia merging with the elegance of classical Europe. Istanbul isn't just a top tourist spot, it's a living symbol of connection, geographically and culturally. If going from Asia to Europe only takes 30 minutes, then in Turkey, finding a bride might take even less time, as long as your mother approves. Marriage is arranged by parents. In many rural areas and traditional communities of Turkey, marriage isn't just about love between two individuals. It's a careful arrangement by both families. But don't imagine forced marriages like in old dramas. The reality is far more gentle and heartfelt. It might all begin with a casual kitchen conversation. Son, the daughter of Mr. Ali is kind, well-mannered, and comes from a good family. How about going over for tea tomorrow? The first meeting is often cozy. Both families gathered around a fragrant tea table, the young couple sitting awkwardly side by side, while the parents observe them like judges at a talent show. They quietly assess age, background, character, and even how many cups of tea the candidate pours. Surprisingly, many couples brought together this way end up in lasting, happy marriages. Meanwhile, some who fell in love at first sight break up over a forgotten text or a missed like on social media. In big cities like Istanbul or Ankara, young people now freely choose their partners. Yet in many rural towns, parents still act as executive recruiters, carefully picking the right spouse for their children. And for them, love doesn't need to be overly romantic, just strong enough to endure the years ahead. If lifelong bonds can begin over tea, it's no surprise that in Turkey, food is served with deep emotion. In Turkey, food isn't just nourishment, it's a language of love. If you visit Turkey and someone asks, "Have you eaten?" instead of "How are you?" don't be confused. It's not just polite small talk, but a heartfelt gesture. Here, meals aren't just for feeding the body, they bring people together. Meals in Turkey are highly communal. From lavish breakfasts full of cheese, olives, simit, and honey, to dinners featuring fragrant kebabs, pilaf, and tender vegetables, everything is carefully prepared not just for eating, but for sharing and connecting. Offering a cup of tea or a plate of baklava is more than courtesy. It's a way to open one's heart. Friendships, neighborly ties, even marriages often begin at the dining table. Turkish cuisine reflects the East-West blend perfectly, bold, refined, and symbolic. It's common to see people sitting for hours just sipping tea and chatting, because eating here isn't rushed. It's an experience, a daily celebration of life. And once your stomach's full, get ready, because the real story is just beginning. Turkish people, masters of conversation. If you've ever had a chat with a Turkish local, prepare to stay a while. They can talk for hours about anything: politics, football, food, even the weather, without needing a special reason. They cherish connection and see conversation as a natural way to show care and maintain relationships. A steaming cup of tea can be your entry ticket into hours of heartfelt dialogue, where strangers might become close friends just from an afternoon on the sidewalk. For Turkish people, talking isn't just for fun, it's part of their spiritual rhythm, a way to feel alive and present. And that's not all. Imagine thousands of Turks talking at once in a market as vast as a maze. The Grand Bazaar, the world's oldest and largest covered market. Located in the heart of historic Istanbul, the Grand Bazaar, Kapalı Çarşı, isn't just a marketplace, it's a miniature universe. With more than 4,000 shops lining corridors that stretch for dozens of kilometers, it's considered one of the oldest and biggest covered bazaars on Earth. Founded in the 15th century during the Ottoman Empire, the Grand Bazaar still pulses with a blend of old-world charm and bustling energy. You'll find everything here: handmade carpets, jewelry, colorful lanterns, aromatic spices, and unique souvenirs. Don't be surprised if you get lost among the stalls or spend hours bargaining while enjoying the witty chatter of local merchants. But beneath these lively streets lies the legacy of three mighty empires that once ruled the world. Turkey, crossroads of three powerful empires. Turkey isn't called the heart of world history for nothing. This land was once the center of power for three legendary empires: Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. Each one left lasting marks through architecture, religion, culture, and politics, forming a vivid historical tapestry. Istanbul, once Byzantium, then Constantinople, is the clearest example. It was the Eastern Roman capital, a Byzantine Christian hub, and later the glorious seat of the Ottoman Empire for over 600 years. This mix of civilizations has shaped a Turkey that's both modern and ancient, where you can stroll past Roman ruins, Byzantine cathedrals, and magnificent Ottoman palaces, all in a single afternoon. Turkish coffee, not just a drink, but a world heritage. Turkish coffee isn't simply a beverage. It's a ritual, a cultural emblem, and part of Turkey's soul. Brewed uniquely by simmering fine grounds in a small pot called a tezve, Turkish coffee has a strong, rich flavor, thick foam, and is usually served with cold water and a piece of sweet lokum, Turkish delight. In 2013, UNESCO officially recognized Turkish coffee culture as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. This honor goes beyond the brewing method. It celebrates coffee's deep social role. Turkish people often use it to host guests, close business deals, or even read fortunes from the coffee grounds. Coffee is a ceremony, but it's the Turkish hospitality that will truly stay with you. A land of the world's friendliest people, where asking for directions might get you invited in for tea. Have you ever been lost and ended up with an invitation to someone's home for tea from a complete stranger? In Turkey, that's not unusual. In fact, it's perfectly normal. Friendliness and hospitality are practically instinctive here. If you stop to ask for directions, locals won't just help you out. They might smile and say, "My house is nearby. Come have some tea first, and I'll take you there myself." This isn't just polite small talk. It's genuine warmth from the heart. In Turkey, strangers aren't treated with suspicion. They're welcomed like gifts from the heavens. Helping a stranger is a point of pride, and every encounter is a chance to connect and share. You might just find yourself sitting with a family you've never met, sipping warm tea and chatting like old friends. Turkey's beauty isn't just in its nature or architecture, it's in the kindness of its people. And that simple sincerity has stolen the hearts of countless visitors from their very first meeting. So, how about you? What's the warmest thing you've experienced in Turkey? Nazar, the blue charm that protects against envy. Look closely when you're in Turkey, and you'll notice small blue circular charms everywhere. In homes, on cars, at shop entrances, even hanging from baby bracelets. That's the Nazar Bonkugu, the evil eye, a deeply rooted protective symbol in Turkish culture. People believe that envious stares or negative thoughts can bring bad luck, and the Nazar serves as a spiritual shield against those harmful energies. Though small, it holds big meaning. It protects, brings good luck, and makes for a thoughtful gift for loved ones or tourists alike. Whether you believe in it or not, wearing a Nazar can give you an extra sense of peace as you wander the ancient streets of this East meets West land. A turquoise paradise, Turkey beats France and Italy in blue flag beaches. Beyond its rich history and ancient architecture, Turkey is also a top contender when it comes to beautiful, eco-certified beaches. In fact, it has more blue flag beaches, a prestigious international certification for clean water, environment, and tourism quality, than France and Italy combined. With over 500 blue flag beaches, Turkey offers everything from the crystal clear waters of Antalya to the hidden coves of Bodrum and Fethiye. These spots mesmerize travelers with their pristine nature and top-tier facilities. Thanks to its Mediterranean climate, year-round sunshine, and well-developed tourism services, Turkey is a dream coastal destination for those who love relaxing beach vacations blended with rich cultural exploration. One country, seven worlds. Turkey's regions feel like seven different nations. Turkey's diversity doesn't end with culture. It's one of the rare countries with seven entirely distinct geographic regions, each with its own climate, landscapes, traditions, and cuisine. So much so that traveling across Turkey feels like visiting several countries in one trip. Black Sea, Karadeniz, lush green forests, high rainfall, and unique wooden architecture. Aegean, Ege, sunny olive groves, ancient Greek ruins, and Mediterranean vibes. Marmara, modern and bustling, home to Istanbul and a blend of East and West Central Anatolia. Ik, Anadolu, arid plateaus and home to magical Cappadocia Southeast, rich in Arab and Kurdish culture, with spicy and flavorful food. East, rugged mountains, harsh winters, and raw cultural authenticity. Mediterranean, Akdeniz, famous for beach cities and Roman heritage. Just a few hundred kilometers can take you from snow-capped peaks in Mount Ararat to turquoise coasts in Antalya, or from misty fishing villages to sun-drenched plains. That's why traveling through Turkey is like stepping through different cultural doorways, each one more captivating than the last. If you had the chance, which region would you explore first? In Istanbul, stray dogs don't roam, they live like cherished citizens. If you ever visit Istanbul, don't be surprised to see stray dogs sleeping peacefully outside cafes or strolling calmly through busy streets. No one shooing them away. Some even wear collars with GPS chips and vaccination tags, part of a citywide care program. These animals aren't seen as a nuisance. They're part of the community. You'll often see locals feeding them, petting them, or even chatting with them like old pals outside tea shops. Some have even become local celebrities, featured in news stories and going viral on social media for their unique personalities and daily routines. In Istanbul, dogs aren't just pets, they're beloved street companions who are respected and adored. Dondurma, the magical Turkish ice cream that stretches for meters. No trip to Turkey is complete without trying dondurma, the country's famously stretchy ice cream. Unlike any other in the world, this treat can stretch up to a meter without breaking. Its secret? A special mix of goat's milk, sugar, mastic resin, and orchid root flour. Salep ingredients unique to this land. But dondurma isn't just dessert, it's a street performance. Vendors, often dressed in traditional attire, love to playfully tease customers with their acrobatic skills. Just as you reach for the cone, they whip it away with a quick twist, again and again, until you're laughing and chasing it like a child. Buying ice cream here isn't just about satisfying your sweet tooth. It's pure entertainment and unforgettable fun. Have you tried dondurma? Tell me what it felt like the first time you got tricked by one of those cheeky ice cream masters. Pamukali, a snow-white wonder in the sunburnt Turkish landscape. Amid the dry plains of southwestern Turkey lies a place that looks like it's straight out of a snowy fairy tale. Welcome to Pamukali, meaning Cotton Castle. Formed over thousands of years by mineral-rich hot springs, it features dazzling white travertine terraces that sparkle under the sun like frozen waterfalls in the height of summer. From afar, the whole hill appears like a frozen cascade of snow. Up close, warm mineral water flows gently through the terraces, creating natural pools with soft turquoise hues. You can soak your feet and feel the earth's gentle warmth. This surreal scene, sculpted by water, stone, and time, feels like something from a mythical realm, nature's masterpiece in pure white and blue. The Oil Wrestling Festival, where slippery warriors clash with honor. In colorful Turkey, there's a traditional festival so unique it amazes every spectator, Yagligures or oil wrestling. Dating back to the 14th century, it's a blend of strength, finesse, and deep-rooted warrior spirit. Before competing, powerful wrestlers slather themselves head to toe in olive oil, making their bodies gleam and nearly impossible to grip. Held on wide, grassy fields and cheered by excited crowds, the most famous event takes place in Edirne, drawing spectators from all over. Because of the slippery surface, raw power isn't enough. Strategy, agility, and clever moves are essential to win. These olive oil gladiators, battling under the summer sun with thousands cheering, have become an iconic part of Turkish sports culture, unlike anything you'll find elsewhere. Kissing the hand and touching the forehead, a sacred gesture of generational respect. In Turkey, especially during religious holidays and traditional festivals, you might witness a touching custom. A younger person gently kisses an elder's hand and then brings it to their forehead. This is no empty gesture. It's a deep sign of respect and gratitude toward parents, teachers, and seniors. Often seen during family reunions, grandchildren kneel before their elders and perform this quiet yet heartfelt ritual, offering silent prayers for health and longevity. Even in today's fast-paced world, this tradition lives on, preserved as a beautiful symbol of Turkish values, a connection between generations that's more precious than ever. A curious New Year ritual, smashing pomegranates to summon prosperity. In regions like Antalya and along Turkey's Mediterranean coast, locals celebrate the New Year with a uniquely symbolic tradition, smashing pomegranates to attract good fortune. According to folk beliefs, the pomegranate not only represents fertility and abundance, but is also a powerful symbol of wealth and a prosperous life. At the stroke of midnight, after New Year festivities conclude, families take a ripe, juicy pomegranate and hurl it to the ground, on the doorstep, or even inside the home. The louder the crash and the more seeds scatter, the greater the blessings believed to follow in the coming year. The larger and juicier the fruit, the more meaningful the wish. Though simple, this tradition reflects deep hopes for prosperity and the Turkish people's enduring faith in the magic of a fresh start. In Turkey, children get to be president, even if just for a day. Every year on April 23rd, the entire country of Turkey comes alive to celebrate national sovereignty and Children's Day, one of the only holidays in the world where children are placed at the very heart of the nation. On this day, students symbolically step into leadership roles. Some are appointed as mayors, ministers, or even honorary presidents for a few hours to experience what it's like to lead a nation. But this celebration is far more than just ceremony. It's a national reminder of the vital importance of the younger generation. From vibrant parades and performances to speeches and cultural showcases, all organized by children, the country comes together in joyful, meaningful celebration. From the classroom to parliament, Turkey truly becomes a nation of children, where dreams and imagination are not only heard but honored. Turkey is more than just a destination. It's a living, breathing tapestry of culture, tradition, and marvels waiting to be discovered. The deeper you dive into its stories, the more you'll be amazed by a land that feels both ancient and alive in the most magical ways. So, what's your favorite thing about Turkey? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for traveling with us. See you on the next adventure with Eagle Discovery.